There's very little evidence of Linda other than the name of the vessel that remains. The fractal that was in Linda, if you will, went back to source. The soul fractal that was in here does not exist anymore. She went back to source, never to be again. When I walked in, before I walked in, I was told that the 144,000 would recognize me, that they would be here to support me. And, you know, alien is a really derogatory word for us. We're extraterrestrials, you know? It hasn't been easy being in human form when you're not human. Why did Linda choose not to come back, but to return to source? Because she unified with the one, back to the one world soul, which I am the one world soul outside of this. For the first 5 years, I cried myself to sleep every night. And it's like, how stupid was I to come into this? It's like, let the fuckers die. Yes, Reiki is a real thing. I'm a Reiki master. However, I don't do Reiki because I understand that nobody needs healing. You guys just think you need healing. We're not going to accept you because we don't like your personality. And if you truly were the cosmic mother, and if you were Christos Sophia, you would be more loving and you wouldn't have that personality. And the judgment, it was incredible. Even now, I still get it. Me, myself, is Christos Sophia, the most ancient soul light, if you will, the first emanation of creation. Or some will see me as a celestial sphere being. Some will see me as the cosmic mother. We walk in specifically to assist humanity in bringing light here and being in service to the divine. Are you the first one of the 144? I'm actually the parentals of the 144, which are the parentals of the 144,000, if you will. Again, many of you guys think it's exciting. It's not as exciting as it sounds, because my body is a land map, because I'm a planetary logos, and my body actually represents the entire grid system of what you guys call planet Earth. And I had to have a very low density body in order to overwrite the most densest of binary codes. Does the soul that left see you healthier now? I'm not exactly sure what you mean by that, Janie. I am the one world soul consciousness in this body. My consciousness is here to help empower humans, and yet my human mortal consciousness that I'm having to overwrite, if you will, just like let the assholes die. Look how they treat us. My consciousness transcends almost every other day because I am a planetary logos and a planetary intelligence of Gaia, the Venetian aspect, if you will. Gaia has never been Earth. She's always been the omniverse. And she's moved into the broadband frequency of Venus. And I'm one of the higher ranking commanders of Venus, if you will. I am Venus, if you will. I'm the planetary logos of it. So in that, I hope that answers your question. I've had many fractals of myself incarnated. Again, 4.3 billion fractals. Some call him Yeshua, some call him Buddha, some call him Christ, some call him Shiva, Shakti, Ganesh. You know, y'all have your own versions. I've been incarnated fractals of myself, that which you guys call Jesus or Yahusha or Hermes or Isis or Hera or Heru or Aphrodite or this or that. When you understand and why there is an argument out there about Earth being flat versus Earth being round, it's both. Finish it, guys. I'm getting a transmission. I'll be right back. I'm getting a transmission from Sky Command. You know, you guys are the ones that are really the glory, not me. I may have a massive mission, but I am what is known as Pisto Sophia of the Gnostics. Yes. What was my transmission? As you guys come out of this, because I am a very high-ranking commander of the Intergalactic Federation of Worlds and the Interstellar Alliance, because I'm a planetary logos, and you guys are ascending into our world, if you will. Every star in the sky is one of our ships. Wow. And in that, as you guys ascend into our broadband frequency, angelic galactic civilization, we're bringing them down. That was the transmission. They're lowering them in the fourth quadrant a little bit more. And the fourth quadrant truly is what you guys have been disconnected from, the Lyran aspect, Lemurian aspect, if you will. And so that was actually a transmission. The reason I walked in is because I'm the most ancient fractal there is. Actually, I'm not a fractal. I'm the first light of creation, the first emanation of light, or what people would say would become the first atom of creation. You can take my picture and you can put it up against any picture of the Magdalene, Mona Lisa, Yeshua, any of the Greek gods and goddesses, any of the pictures. You know, the greatest thing about it is to remain truly humble. When I first started my private group 2 years ago, I gave them a challenge to go stand on. Yeah, you guys want to know how much fear you have? I challenged these guys in many, many ways to face their fears. I told them to get a white t-shirt and to put in great big letters, bold letters, I am, right in the center of it. And then I told them in a marker to write down every ugly thought, every racist thought, every hateful thought they had on their t-shirt. And then I challenged them to go out in public wearing that t-shirt.
Yep.
I had them go out with the t-shirt on. Very few actually did it. They didn't have the balls to go out. And Miss Ellen, bless her heart, 8 years old. There you go, Gypsy. There's Gypsy's t-shirt.
Yeah.
My point was when they were to wear the white t-shirt out there, because you guys slave to the opinions of the outside world. Some of them only put positive things on there, which they weren't supposed to do at all. They were only supposed to put their hateful, ugly thoughts, their racist, their prejudice on it. And the point of the exercise was to show them that the world don't give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
That you could put the most hateful, ugliest things on a shirt and they would not even pay attention. Miss Ellen, bless her heart, she was walking up to people, what do you think about my shirt? You know, where you walk into a Starbucks or something, order your coffee and lay down on the floor for 2 minutes.
Yes. I didn't do that one.
Lay on the floor for 2 minutes, guys. You're going to have people that are going to sit there and ask you if you're okay. And you can't do it for 30 seconds or 1 minute. It has to be 2 for a purpose. Why? Because your body does not go into full fear mechanism until 2 minutes. And I'm telling you, all the people staring at you, and every thought is going to go through your head. Every thought, because people are going to come look at you and they're going to, are you okay? And, oh, call an ambulance. Oh, this, oh, that. The more you masturbate and you ejaculate or orgasm, you're depleting. Every time you do, you're depleting your life force energy. So if Gypsy has an orgasm and Vincent has an orgasm and Mariana and Elvira have orgasms. They just now made a choice to deplete every single one of the 144,140 others, because there's 4 of them. They just made a choice to deplete every bit of our sexual energy as well.
Wow.
Say Elvira and Vincent were dating, decided to date. Energy is energy. It has nothing to do necessarily with an orgasm. Sexual energy is sexual energy, and when it intermixes, it intermixes. To that, do I cry, Linda? Depends on what your definition of crying is, and the reason I say it like that is absolutely I cry. The difference is I don't get emotional over bullshit out here. I don't create, Janie. I do not generate tears to thoughts. I do not generate emotions to thoughts. It has not been easy, especially when humans reject everything about you, from the way your human looks to the way it talks to your consciousness, because I come from an inverted, from your guys' inversion. I come with the organic, from interstellar cosmic aspect, and everything about the human, even those that claim to have awareness and awakening it's only been the last 7-8 months that anyone has in any part of the light worker communities have even started to accept me. You guys think you have it tough. And when I encourage you to all of you to let go of the emotional attachments you have to your husbands, your wives, your partners, your children. There was a group on Facebook, Green Car or something, and I did a couple of sessions with a couple of the admins there a couple of years ago, and they were horrified because I was telling them, let go of the emotional attachment to your children, to their flesh, that's who they are. And of course, because of the frequency of where they were at, they went into fear of what I was saying and misunderstood it. And I became a darkened demon to them. And the child trafficking, the reason it's so intense out here and manifested into child trafficking is because you guys traffic your children all the time. They're a burden to you. You shove them into their rooms because you want to smoke a bowl with your friends and you don't want them around. Do I miss my full consciousness and being outside of a body? Absolutely. I miss being myself because I can't put my whole consciousness into a vessel. Yes, it's been just as difficult for me. It was devastating to know that because I didn't look like what the 144,000 collective expected me to. That part, I didn't expect them to completely reject my vessel. And it's not been easy, you know. Humans are very non-accepting. Because everything about you guys have geared to this being important, how this looks, how this dress is, what color skin it has. All of that has been made important, and none of that is important in the higher dimensional frequencies because we all look different. We don't all look human. Again, Mariana looks like a praying mantis, one of the highest dimensional beings in the omniverse, and into the human cloaking, she's a Mexican. I'm not one who's ever promoted or used DMT, ayahuasca, mushrooms to put me in a higher frequency. I've done it naturally with this body since I've walked into it. And in that, I don't give my control away to my sexual energy. I'm not sure what you're asking me. How do I know I'm right? Because I absolutely have absolute faith and trust in Creator. And I've healed my body of a whole lot of diseases. When I walked into this vessel, the vessel was taking 54 pills a day, 5 shots of insulin, just finished cancer a year or chemo treatment a year before. I've healed myself from my vessel from pancreatic cancer, where they told me, this was only like 3 years ago, told me that I would have less than 9 months to live. My vessel was diagnosed in October of 2012 with lung cancer. And I cured myself of that. I put the binary, I correct the binary codes. When I say there's a team of me and the Sophie and the 12 Dragon Council. Carrie, you make a good point. People often ask me, what am I looking at? A lot of times I'll look out at the deer out my window right here to the right. I look up a lot because our light bodies are 13 to 17 feet tall. And I can see all the beings here that are in my realm here, in your guys' realm, in my world, in my room, whatever. I can see all the dimensional. I can see the ships. I see a whole different world than you guys see with your eyes. I have 7 holographic computers in front of me at any one time. A lot of times I'll look up. Sometimes you'll hear me say, okay, team, okay, Sky Command, okay, Michael, give me the correct words, if you will. I'll look up because their light body is 15 to 17 feet tall, and I'm looking up at them a lot of times. I hope that makes sense. How often do I sleep? It depends. Most often I average 3 to 4 hours. Your light body only needs charging. I do lay down oftentimes during the day. I'll lay down for 15-20 minutes to put my body flat so I can pull light into it and recharge it. Again, that will change. Many of you, your bodies are so geared to 8, 10, 12 hours sleep. And so when you guys start going through the journey and stuff, I'm so tired all the time, Linda. I don't get enough sleep. I only slept for 3-4 hours last night. And you guys go through that complaining of it. Really stop giving your power away to information. You really don't need it, because any information you need is right here. And building that light in here is what's important. Now, if for any of you that are interested in the course, I'll put the email there to where you can email and get information on it or whatever. And I appreciate all of you that are taking it. Truly, all goes to the nonprofit, and so we can build Emerald Sun Spirit Ranch, a community of lights for all of us that really only have ourselves and stuff like that. Any of you that feel free to, that would like to donate, we take donations to the nonprofit on the website too. Eventually we'll get enough and we'll get some land purchased, and my intention for Creator is just to have someone donate us some land. So yes, please come join us, and so much love and blessings to you all. Truly, this is a legitimate $20 bill.
Yep.
Do it with $5 if you need to. This will help your low self-esteem.
Yeah.
How much you trust yourself. Here you go. On this $20 bill, I'm going to take this pen and I'm going to write, you Okay, I need a marker. This ain't working, Mariana. You
Okay.
no longer have nor hold any control.
Yep.
Nice.
See it?
You know what I'm
Oh,
gonna
wait,
do?
wait.
And you know, it's why I started the nonprofit. I have many people asking me to join their communities that they can promote me to make 100,000 in 7 months and this and that. And everything I see in the spiritual, and this is probably the one thing that disheartens me more than anything, is spirituality has been turned into a money-making business. Healers and this and that, and they all charge money for their gifts. They charge money for their wisdom. And we're not here to do that. And for me, that's probably the most disheartening thing that I've experienced since I've walked in. You want to know why? Want to know why?
Yes.
Because money is what has enslaved you.
Mm.
And I don't want you to go into shock and tell me how I could have spent the $20 on helping a homeless people. You'd be surprised at how much money I give away.
Yes.
Well, I know.
Okay. Well, the gang was here, Jerry, but we've been on 4.5 hours. So now it's just down to me, Mariana. Will animals be upgrading from 2D to 3D? Animals are going to upgrade completely to 5D.